Coffee time with Officer Fox. Ant Hill.
The first evening, it was a typical Seattle, Washington winter's eve. Pouring down rain, cold, 45 degrees out, rain and cats and dogs. It was a boring, probably a Sunday night. We're driving around. There's nothing going on. Driving down an alley, and there's a guy hiding in the doorway from us. So we stop and we get out, and it's pouring down rain. And back then I was young, and one of the deals with the young guys were we didn't wear jackets. Jackets were not cool. So you had, uniform shirt on and then long sleeve type underwear underneath. Not any of the cool stuff we have now. The old style. But anyway, so we're out. And I go pat this guy down and I ask him, hey, you got anything sharp on you? And he's like, no. So I start patting him down, and I can feel something in his jacket pocket. And I'm new, and instead of just opening the pocket and looking in there like you're supposed to do, I stuck my hand in there. I got stuck right in the end of the finger. So I'm a little irritated. So I open up his pocket, and he's got like 100 toothpicks stuck in his pockets. So now I'm irritated. I'm like, what? These are sharp. Why didn't you tell me? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, and I'm mad at myself because I know better than to stick my hand in a pocket. And plenty of cops have gotten stuck by needles, especially back in that time. So I'm talking to him, and it's raining and it's miserable. And I'm like, what are you doing here? And he's like, nothing. And it looks like he was breaking into the back of one of the businesses. So I'm like, all right. I go, what's your name? He goes, Tony. So what's your last name? And he goes, Hill. Well, I've been on a little bit now, and the problem I learned is I have everybody spell their names now, because just because I think I know how Chantel is spelled doesn't mean that Chantel is spelled that way or any other wide variety of names. So anyway, I get this guy's last name. I said, what's your name? He goes, Hill. I said, all right. He spells it for me. I go, what's your first name? He goes, Tony. I said, all right. Gives me his date of birth. So I run him. And there's no record at all, which is a little unusual. Tony Hill's a common name, so ask him, what's your middle name? He goes, That's raining. My finger's still bleeding, irritated. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I said, Anthony? He's like, no. He goes, I'm like, I do not understand what you're saying. And he goes, I go, because like the bug. I said, ant, like the bug. I said, ant. He goes, yeah. I go, your middle name is Ant. He goes, yeah, my middle name is Ant. I go, your name is Tony Ant Hill. And he goes, yeah. That's my story for your day. Needless to say, it was not Tony Ant Hill.